Hello, people. Very good to all of you. So, guys, we're doing this chapter on accounting for bills of exchange. And until yesterday, we have completed 6 questions of your ICAI study material. Right? We've completed till this of your ICAI study material. So, today we'll be heading towards the next question. But before we go towards the next question, I have a small correction to be done. This is a correction between the special book versus the ICAI. Guys, if you remember in the special book, we have understood that a promissory note is an instrument in writing containing an unconditional undertaking signed by the maker to pay certain sum of money only to or to the order of certain person or to the bearer of the instrument, which means anybody who's bearing the promissory note can get the payment. But this is being removed. Now look at this. A promissory note is an instrument in writing, not being a banknote. A promissory note cannot be in form of banknote or a currency note. It should have an unconditional undertaking. It should have unconditional undertaking that I undertake to pay voluntarily so and so amount, signed by the maker, that is the customer, to pay certain sum means absolute what is the amount he has to mention it. Only to, that I'll pay only to you, or if you're ordering certain other person to pay, if you're ordering this money to be paid to certain other person, that person's name should be there, or to the order of certain person. That's it. Under section 31, subsection 2 of Reserve Bank of India Act, a promissory note cannot be made payable to the bearer. So if any person is bearing the promissory note and coming and asking for payment, he will not get it. Only the person whose name is mentioned on the document, he will get it. So earlier Negotiable Instrument Act permitted that a bearer can get it, but later that was nullified specifically through section 31 subsection 2 of Reserve Bank of India Act. So now you may get a question that a promissory note can be made payable to bearer. True or false? False. Reason, as per section 31 subsection 2 of RBI India, that is RBI Act, a promissory note cannot be made payable to the bearer. This sentence is important. This sentence is important. Apart from this, guys, I'm going to give you a set of true and false questions from all the chapters, which will be very, very handy and useful. And that will give you a perspective that how questions are asked and how much deeply you have to study theory. In all the chapters, theory is 100% must, guys. They can take it from anywhere and give it. 12 marks you have to score from theory without missing it. Am I clear with this point, guys? Hello, online people?
Yes, sir.
How do I find this point? How did I find the mistake? Because I read, I revise like you guys, but which you don't do. What do you think? I don't study before taking classes. Just like you, even I study. So if I can study to teach you, if I can take that much efforts for you, then imagine what efforts you should take for yourself. Okay. 7th question, guys. We are targeting 2 questions for today. With that, we'll finish off today's session. It says that Mr. David draws 2 bills of exchange on 1/1/2020. How many bills of exchange? 2 bills of exchange. One for 6,000, another for 10,000 rupees. Understand the question, guys? Because there's a lot of twist in this question. So sequence is very important. The bill of exchange for 6,000. Can I say the first bill of exchange is for 2 months? So the first bill term period is 2 months, while the bill of exchange for 10,000, that is the second bill, is for 3 months. For 1, 2, for 2 it's 3. These bills are accepted by Mr. Thomas. Now, the problem here is that people ignore this. What is this? What is this, guys? Online people, what is this? Hello? Online students, are you there?
Yes, sir. It's a full stop.
It's a full stop. Now, what happens is people ignore this full stop. They don't respect this full stop. So how do they read this question? They read that these bills are accepted by Mr. Thomas on 4/3/2020. So what will you do? On 4/3, you will pass the bills of exchange date. Whereas this full stop ke baad, after full stop, this 4/3, is saying something else. Now, if you read it properly, these bills were accepted by Mr. Thomas, full stop. On 4/3/2020, Mr. Thomas requested Mr. David to renew the first bill with interest of 18% per annum for a period of 2 months. Now, is it making sense? So just imagine if you remove the full stop, how the meaning sounds. And once you put a full stop, how the meanings turns out to be. So to be very, very cautious, every single letter dot is important. So what is happening, guys? The bills were accepted on 1/1/2020. Okay. After that, on 4/3, on a particular date, Thomas said that I will not be in position to pay the bill. So kindly renew the bill. And whatever extra period of 2 months I'm asking, for that I'm willing to pay 18% interest per annum. So David agrees to this proposal. Okay. On 23/2020, Mr. Thomas retires the acceptance of 10,000. That is second bill. So first bill is, guys, getting renewed. First bill is getting renewed. The second bill is retired. And an interest rebate of 10,000. Sorry, interest rebate of 100 rupees is being allowed before the due date of the renewed bill. Before the due date of renewed bill. Which is the renewed bill? The first one. So before the date of renewal, Mr. Thomas became insolvent. Insolvent means bankrupt. Bankrupt means pauper. Pauper means no money left in his pocket, no money left in his bank account, no money left at his home, no money left at his shop. You want more examples? So before the due date of the renewal of bill, Mr. Thomas becomes insolvent and only 50 paise in a rupee. 50 paise in a rupee. In a rupee, how many paise are there? 100 paise. So 50 paise in 100 paise is being recovered, which means what? 50 upon 100 into 100. 50 paise upon 100 paise into 100. In terms of percentage, if I want to know, only 50% of the money is recovered. Balance 50% is not recovered. Hence, it is bad debt. Thomas became insolvent and only 50 paise in a rupee could be recovered from his estate. You are required to give journal entries in books of Mr. David. Who is David? Seller. Clear with this point? Now we have to do the question from the sequence. Have they asked you to do the sales entry? No. So sales entry in mind, rest all to be done on the paper. In the books of David, format is date, particulars, LF, debit rupees, credit rupees. So first entry I'm only doing for namesake. The entry is Thomas. Thomas is the debtor, right? So Thomas, account debit to sales. This is only for knowledge. What is the total sale value for? 16,000 rupees. 10,000 plus 6,000, 16,000 rupees. This entry is not required, guys. This entry is not required. This is only for your knowledge. Now, guys, the bill has been drawn, so which means on the same date it has been accepted as the assumption because no other acceptance date is given. So on 1/1/2020, so 1/1/2020, we reverse the unsecured debtor by giving a credit, and we create a secured asset. So bills receivable, you can write number 1, account debit, bills receivable, number 2, account debit. The first bill is worth 6,000 rupees. The second bill is worth 10,000 rupees. So total reversal is 16,000. Total reversal is 16,000. Yes, can you quickly calculate the maturity date of bill 1? Maturity date of bill of exchange number 1. So bill 1 has got 2 months time period of credit. So 1/1/2020 plus 2 months plus 3 grace days. So it is February, March. So 1st March plus 3 grace days is 4th March. So 4/3/2020 is the due date. And this, can I say, is the due date? On the due date, On the due date, Thomas has requested David to renew the bill. So renewal of the first bill means, can I say cancellation of the first bill? Cancellation of first bill means, can I say dishonorment entry? So what is my dishonorment entry on 4/3? 4/3/2020. This bill gets null and void. To cancel this bill, I need to give a credit. So to bills receivable number 1, I need to give a credit of 6,000. So I'm closing an secured asset and reopening unsecured asset, which is Thomas account. So Thomas account debit. Guys, in all the entries, if you follow a uniform format, you will not get confused. As we go, you will see that for the same given type of question, they are doing entries in multiple different ways. So that will confuse us. So do not change the answers every question. Whatever you've learned, go in the same order. So on the dishonorment of the bill, Thomas is being recreated, reopened, his account is reopened, and the bills receivable is being closed. Narration will vanish. No narration, guys, no marks in your exams. Then what happens, guys? So now 6,000 rupees have debited in Thomas account. This means this much money we have to receive. Now for bill 1, you are not supposed to recover only 6,000. Along with that, you have to recover even interest. So on same days, you have to pass the interest due entry from Thomas to be recovered. So Thomas account debit. For David, it is interest income. So interest income. How do you calculate? 6,000 into what is the percentage? 18%. And what is the further credit period? 2 months. So 2 by 12. So can you please tell me the interest amount? 180. You have to write the narration. Now guys, how much money totally you have to recover from Thomas? 6,000 plus 180, 6,180. Now for this, can we draw a bill? So I'll reverse Thomas by giving a credit. So to Thomas for 6,180, and I'll create a new bill, which is bill number 3 for 6,180. For 6,180, any problem? Guys, always understand you have to do the journal entry in the chronological order. That is the first thing you've studied in the first class of the 11th accountancy. So in the sequence of the event only, you're supposed to record the entries. Till this, anybody's got any problem? Abhi, Ashwin, Kavi, Kavya, Rishabh, Sanjay. Comfortable, not comfortable? Till this.
Comfortable, sir.
Okay, very good. Now what happens? Till this over, Mr. David agrees to this proposal. Now guys, if I come to bill number 2, what is the maturity date of bill of exchange number 2? 1/1/2020 plus 3 months plus 3 grace days. So can I say this 4/4/2020? 4/4/2020 is the maturity date, but the bill is retired on 23/2020. Okay, for this purpose, we're actually supposed to calculate interest, but the questionnaire themselves calculated and given the interest or discount or whatever you say rebate, which is 100. So now guys, I will not pass the entry on 4/4. Instead, I'll pass the entry before that itself, because the bill is retired prior date. So on 23/2020, guys, the bill number 2 is being honored, which means you're receiving the money in your bank account. And since you're receiving the money, the bill needs to be cancelled. To cancel the asset, I need to give a credit. So bill number 2, I'll give a credit and cancel, which is worth 10,000. So bill worth 10,000 is getting cancelled. But are you receiving the full 10,000 rupees? No. From that, 100 rupees is deducted, or you're giving it as a discount. You ask him to minus that amount and give the balance. So how much effectively is coming to your bank account? 9,900. So balance 100 is what? Rebate allowed, discount allowed, interest allowed. Whatever name you like, you can keep it. Any problem here? Now here one dialogue is coming apt, but it is in Hindi. So I'm wondering, should I say it or not say it? My class, my system, my wish. Okay, so that dialogue goes this way. So when this fellow comes and asks for 100 rupees discount, he's like, I'll give you 100 rupees discount. Sorry, I mean I want 100 rupees rebate and I'll pay you 9,900. So what does David says here? David says, Ja Simran ja, ले ले अपना 100 रुपए, जी ले अपनी जिंदगी. You understand? That's okay. Hindi students would have understood. Next time I'll frame a better dialogue in Tamil so that you can understand. Anyways, come back, guys, come back. So your second bill, Arjun, second bill is honored. Arjun, second bill is honored. Now we're left with third bill. What is the due date of the third bill? What is the date of drawing? 4/3/2020 plus 2 month plus 3 grace days. So March के बाद April, May, 4 May plus 3 days, 5, 6, 7. 7 May 2020 is the maturity date. Before the due date of the renewal, before the due date of the renewed bill, Mr. Thomas became insolvent and only 50 paise in a rupee could be recovered from his estate. But we don't know what is the date. When did he become insolvent? We don't know. So we will record this entry on 7 May only. So on 7 May, guys, 7/5/2020, on the due date, bill will lose its validity. So to cancel the bill, I need to give two bills. Receivable number 3, I need to give a credit of 6,180. Am I right or wrong? The new bill is worth 6,180 now. Out of the 6,180, how much money is recovered and how much is not recovered? 50% is recovered. How did we get this 50%? Very clearly, the question says that only 50 paise in a rupee is recovered. 50 paise in a rupee is only recovered. So 50 paise is recovered from 100 paise. Then from 6,180 rupees, how much rupees is recovered? You can cross multiply and do this. Whatever is comfortable. This is also allowed. This is also allowed. This I said that 50% out of 100 is recovered, or 50 paise out of 100 paise is recovered. So 50% is recovered. Apply this 50% on 6,180, you'll get the answer. This is one way of doing it. Or out of 100 paise, 50 paise is recovered. In such a case, if 6,180 is the total amount outstanding, in that how much is recovered? If you cross multiply, you will get the same answer. So which is 3090 is recovered. So bank account debit 3090. This is recovered. This is recovered. So what happens to the balance? What happens to the balance? Balance is bad debt because it is not going to be recovered and we have to book the loss. So to book the loss, we have to debit bad debt account. So bad debt account debit 3090, two bills receivable number 36180. That's all, guys. That's all. Any problem here? In the book, what they have done is they have given two separate entry for this. They split this entry. How did they split it? First entry is bank account debit, 2 bills receivable 3090, and then second entry they pass for bad debts account debit, 2 bills receivable number 3, balance 3090. Now what happens? Bank is in debit. There is no talking. Bank in debit, bad debt in debit, bad debt in debit. As long as bills receivable is concerned, both are same account. Same account means we can add up both the numbers. So same account, add up both the numbers. So this is your compound entry. This is your individual entry. Any problem? Any problem? Yes, Abhi, of course, if you have not seen the previous class, guys, you will not understand because every class that we do is a continuation of the previous class. So if you miss previous class, this will be looking a little bit bizarre to understand. So Abhi, if you're not able to manage, no problem. You can watch the previous class and then watch this. You'll be comfortable. Don't worry. Tell me, guys, 7th question, comfortable, not comfortable?
Comfortable, sir.
Everybody. I'm waiting for all the online students to respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Comfortable, sir.
Can I go to the next question? Offline people done? Samiksha, done? Okay. Can you go to the next question, guys? Online people.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Illustration number 8. This is a question from your ICAI study material. It is your RTP November 2020 question. This is your RTP May 2019 question and RTP November 2020 question. Same question was repeated. Maybe same number, same value, or different name or different number. But rest all is the same. So this much time this question has been asked. What does RTP stand for? Revision test papers. Okay. So all the students who gave their attempts in November 20, no? So before that they give a practice paper called as revision test paper. So in those revision test papers, this many number of times it was asked. So mark this question, highly important. If you get this question, it will be for 10 marks. Now guys, Rita owed 1 lakh rupees to Siri Man. Siri is fine. Siri is fine. So Rita owed 1 lakh rupees to Siri. Who is Siri? Who is Rita? Okay, online people. Who is Siri? Who is Rita? Who is seller? Who is buyer? Hello?
Sirima is seller, sir.
Rita owed money. Rita is supposed to make the payment. Why is Rita supposed to make the payment? Because she has purchased something and did not make the payment. So can I say Rita is customer and Siri is the seller? Yes or no? Hello? Online people? Ashwin, Kavi, Kavya, Rishabh, Sanjay, no response?
Yes, sir.
Okay. On 1st October 2019, Rita accepted a bill drawn by Sri for the amount, for which amount? For this amount at 3 months. So the term period is 3 months. And the acceptance is happening on 1st October 2019. Siri got the bill discounted with his bank for 99,000 rupees on 3rd October 2019. Tell me one thing, guys. The bill is for 1 lakh. Then how can you get it discounted for 99,000? So what happened to the balance 1,000? Discounting charges. Before the due date, Rita approached Siri for renewal of bill. Which means, guys, renewal of bill means, can I say cancellation of the bill? Cancellation of the bill means, can I say dishonorment entry? So you have to pass the dishonorment entry. Siri agreed on the condition that 50,000 to be paid immediately together plus with interest. Out of 1 lakh, pay me 50,000 plus interest. And on the remaining amount of 50,000 rupees, you have to pay me 12% per annum for 3 months. So 3 months is the extended credit period. And Rita accepted a new bill for 3 months. These arrangements were carried out. So renewal of bill happened. But afterwards, Rita became insolvent and 40% of the amount could be recovered from his estate. Rita is his or her? Anyways, what for us? So journal entries with narration. Even if this narration is not given, you have to write the narration in the books of Siriman. Siriman is seller. So in the books of Siri Man, date, particulars, LF, debit rupees, credit rupees. Please do the formatting, guys. Straight away, the question is Rita owed. Did not give us information for purchase and sale. But let's do it for easy of understanding. In exam, you're not supposed to do. If you want to do it, you can do it in the rough work. Rough work area, you can do it. So it is Rita account debit to sales. Guys, no talking among yourselves. Rita account debit to Rita account debit to sales for 1 lakh for 1 lakh. This is not required, only for your knowledge. Now the bill has been drawn on a particular date, but then it is not given, whereas the acceptance date is given. And for bill, we want only acceptance date. So on 1/10/2019, 1/10/2019, the bill was drawn. So new asset is created and the old asset is to be closed by giving a credit. 1 lakh, 1 lakh. Can you please tell me the maturity date for this bill, guys? The term period is 3 months. So 3 months plus 3 grace days. October, so November, December, Jan. So 1st Jan plus 3 grace days is 4th Jan 2020. Is the due date? No. Before that, what happened? Before the due date, the bill is got discounted. Wait. So 4/1/2020 is correct, but we'll keep it aside here. 4/1/2020, we'll keep it aside. So immediately after 1/10, that is on 3rd October, immediately after 2 days, the bill was discounted. So 3/10/2019, the bill is got out of my hand and we're receiving money against it. So bank account debit, discounting charges account debit to bills receivable. 1 lakh worth of asset is going out. 1 lakh worth of bills receivable is going out. And in return, how much we are receiving? 99,000 rupees. So balance 1,000 which we have not received is the discounting charges. Okay, not okay? Yes, okay, not okay?
Okay, sir.
Now, next sequence is on 4/1/2020. On the maturity date, bank has to receive the money. So bank will go to Rita and ask for money. Will Rita pay the money to bank? No, because Rita has approached already to Siri for renewal. On the due date, bank somehow wants the money either from Rita or Siri. If Rita is not paying, bank will take money from Siri. So we are recording entry in Siri's books of account. So on the maturity date, from our bank account, bank will take the money. So to bank, how much money it will take? 1 lakh rupees it will take away. And this 1 lakh rupees we have to recover from Rita. So we have to recreate Rita's account because Rita's account has been closed earlier. You close Rita's account. Rita's account got opened during the credit sale. It got closed during the execution of bill of exchange. So now again you have to reopen Rita's account because we have not yet received money from Rita. So by debiting Rita, this means this much money we have to recover from Rita in future. Along with this, we have to recover also interest. So on 4/1/2020, we have to receive from Rita account debit to interest income. How much money we have to, how much interest we have to receive? 1 lakh is the total amount. In that, the question is very clearly told that 50,000 rupees is paid in cash on the spot. Balance 50,000 rupees only, you are executing a new bill. So balance 50,000 only, you are giving a further credit of 3 months. So 50,000 into 12% into 3/12. So what is the interest? 1,500. 1,500. So Rita debit 1 lakh, Rita debit 1,500. Total 1 lakh 1,500 to be recovered. But out of which 50,000 is already recovered on spot. So to that extent, I'll reverse Rita. So I've received in cash or bank account 51,500. To that extent, I need to close Rita's account. I need to reverse Rita. So Rita, 51,500. So out of 1,01,500, the question is very clearly told that Sriman agreed to the condition that 50,000 will be paid immediately together with interest. So out of 1,01,500, how much is being paid? 51,500. So what is the balance? 50,000 is balance. Clear with this point? So for the balance amount, we need to open a new bill. So 4/1/2020. 4/1/2020. What will happen? I need to reverse Rita because I'm creating a new bill. So Rita is currently an asset. To close asset, I need to give a credit. So to Rita, balance 50,000. Debit will be bills of exchange. Sorry, bills receivable. Bills receivable. This is bill number 2. Account debit 50,000. Yes, understand this point very clearly. You reopen Rita's account by giving a debit plus. Then further 1,500 you have to recover from Rita. So again you give a debit to Rita's account 1,500. So total 1,01,500 is recoverable. In that or out of that, you have credited Rita with 51500. So minus 51500. Credited means subtracted. So what is the balance? Balance is 50,000 lying in the debit of Rita's account. So I need to close this debit because Rita is unsecured and against it we are creating a secured account called as bills receivable. So I need to further minus 50,000 by giving a credit. So this 50,000 credit is what this amount. This credit 50,000. Okay, not okay. Now guys, here on the maturity date, something is happening. What is happening? Rita has become insolvent and 40% of the amount is recovered. So what is balance 60%? Bad debts. So 40% of the amount could be recovered from his estate. What is the meaning of this? You all know Shivaji movie? Rajinikanth. Shivaji movie. Rajinikanth movie. In that, somewhere in the middle of the movie, you know, Rajinikanth goes bankrupt. Right? And if you see, the court appoints the official receiver to go and check that how much is the worth of assets Rajinikanth is owning. What are all the assets, other assets he's having, how many cars he's having, how many properties he's having, what all dresses wearing, how much is the Rolex watch, everything they check. So they make a list. So you have to pay us 100 crores. In that your estate means what? All the properties, all the assets is worth 90 crores. So how much out of 100 crores? 90 is recovered. Balance 10 crores is bad debt. And when Shivaji was walking out, he had a Rolex watch in his hand. So they said that, sir, your Rolex watch is also in our list. Please give that. So when such a situation comes, guys, except your dress, everything will be taken off. So this is the situation where Rita has received 40% of the amount. 40% of the amount of Rita could be recovered from her estate, from her properties, which is assets, all the assets put together. Clear with this point? Balance 60% is bad debt. Nothing is there. Where will they recover from? So what is the maturity date, guys? 3 months plus 3 grace days. So 4th Jan. So Feb, March, April. So 4th April plus 3 grace days is 7th of April 2020. Now guys, on the maturity date, this bill has become null and void, useless. So I need to close this asset by giving a credit. So 2 bills receivable. Number 2, 50,000. Out of that, 40% is recovered in bank account. So bank account debit. 40% of 50,000 is 20,000. So 50,000 into 40%, which is 20,000. Which is 20,000. Balance is your bad debts. So bad debts account debit 50,000 into 60%, which is 30,000 rupees. 30,000 rupees. they have put a compound entry in this question. In the previous question, they did it separately. Just to tell you that you can do this or that. Both are allowed. Being receipt of 40% of the amount due on the bill from Rita's estate. Recorded. Now with this, guys, we complete all the basic questions. All the basic questions where we covered few things from your special book and we covered few questions from your ICAI study material. Now the next concept that we're going to discuss in the next class is the very important concept and the new concept in CA Foundation, which is accommodation of bill. Being a fresh topic, I'll take a lot of time to explain. So I'll do the session with all of you on Monday. Is that okay with all of you? Yes. So online people, Ashwin, Kavi, Kavya, Rishabh, Sanjay. So you're updated with all the classes that has been taken so far, as long as accounts is concerned?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you feeling comfortable? Any difficulties faced so far? Since you're attending it online, do you find anything difficult to understand?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Others?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. 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 So guys, I think this is the, so tomorrow, Sunday, I'm giving an off for all of you. If at all we'll have the law class. So about the law class, I'll inform you by, let's suppose by night today. And if at all you have tomorrow session, it'll be only for law. I want to give a break for all those people to align because there's a lot of class missed in between. So let's align it. And from Monday, we'll take it on a routine basis. And from next Sunday onwards, you will also have classes for accountancy and other subjects, right? So yes, people. So with that, I put an end to today's session. I'll see you all on Monday's class, morning 11:30 a.m. Until then, bye-bye. See you. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.